Good morning. It is April 14th, and this is our weekly reading for the Primordial Sea and those souls aligned with bringing equity, empathy, and magic back into the world. I apologize, my voice is a little hoarse today, but we're going to do the best that we can. Underlying energy for this week, we have Six of Ink, which is calligraphy, fluidity, skill, patience. And the card we had fall is Ace of Thread, wandering, warmth, gentleness. I will say today kind of feels existential crisis-y. It's not a moment to panic, but it does feel like there's a lot of reflection energy in the air of like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What do we want? And so with this energy here, it is number one, asking you to be patient. All of those answers, listen, no, those answers aren't going to come to you ever. Sorry to tell you. There are going to be moments in life where you absolutely know what you want and where you're headed. But overall, in general, we're not supposed to know. We are really meant to be fluid. We are meant to learn and adapt as we go. We move, we learn something, we integrate it, we change a little. That path wanders a little bit. That's why it's not a straight line. It's a spiral. It's a zigzag. Like, it's not supposed to just be here to there. It is literally meant to weave inside of your soul and allow you to flex and to move and to change. And so because we have that wandering energy, that's what this week is about. This week isn't about necessarily coming up with hard, fast answers. It's about allowing yourself to explore, to be gentle with yourself, to be patient, and to know that you are here to kind of feel around in the dark and to embrace what you feel and what you recognize. It's not about knowing, it's about revealing and feeling. We have the train, transition, travel, liminal space. So this week we are feeling like we're kind of in an in-between. We're no longer who we used to be, but we're not yet where we're meant to go. And with the challenge as the underlying energy, challenges, adversity, endurance, we have an opportunity this week. There is a message here. I know this is to me specifically, but I think it's probably for more than just me, of like, celebrate where you've been. Celebrate what you've accomplished. Allow yourself to see how far you've come, how much you've changed, how much you've grown. Celebrate even the tiniest of victories. Don't wait for the massive accomplishment to relish, because honestly, and where I am kind of right today as well, is like, I'm not allowing myself to recognize all that I've done and all that I'm doing. Like, just because I'm showing up, it feels like it's a part of my being. It doesn't feel special. But there's specialness in what we do. There's specialness in who we are. And those gifts and those talents and those things that come easily to us, they aren't there so we can just ignore them, like use them and move on. Be more present, be more recognizing that your gifts and talents, those things that you've endured, those challenges, those things you've overcome, they're a part of your journey. They're meant to be shared or expressed in some way. That doesn't mean you have to be on a stage sharing about it, but it's not just meant to be I got my badge and I'm moving on. So we are being asked to recognize ourselves, to recognize our accomplishments, and to recognize that even the hard things that we've been through are something that we can actually find gratitude in. All right. Six of Thread, repetition, rhythm, technique, promises, bonds, remembrance. We have an opportunity this week to change up some of our habits, some of our rituals, and some of our routines, right? So habits and routines are those things we kind of do without thinking. They become a ritual when we bring our full presence and intention into it. I make the bed every single morning, but as soon as I am doing it with intention to clear the energy, to create a safe space to land, to harness our dreams, then it's a ritual. So this week, look at those things that you're doing without even noticing. What's happening with muscle memory? I'll say for ourselves, for those of you who are in TPC, like last week when we were on our sacred pause, I kept hitting the Discord button over and over and over again, like every 3 minutes, out of muscle memory, even though we weren't there, we weren't talking, we were on a pause. And so it's like, okay, look at what I'm doing. Look at the habits that I'm enduring in? How about the things that I want to be moving more towards? How can I bring those into the fold? How can I be more intentional and make that a promise to myself that I will adjust, I will change. It's not about fixing, it's about adapting. And move myself into a more healthy, a more grounded, a more expansive, whatever that word is, a more that you are craving this time. And are you craving it because you're lacking it, or are you craving it because it's calling you? That's another thing here too. I'm going to do one last card. All right, the teacher, structure, guidance, legacy. And then we have alchemy, process, experimentation. Not only could this week bring up some opportunities for you to learn and grow, that life itself is going to teach you, that you have an opportunity to gain more insight about yourself, what you want, where you want to go, because it's not about a set path, it's about finding what feels aligned right now. A guide may appear this week, whether that is a spirit guide, whether that is a physical human being, whether that is a sign on the road that gives you direction. It appears as though not only are we going to be receiving some guidance in this way, but that you yourself may be a guide this week to others. So don't be scared to share about what you're going through, about what you are looking to adapt to, about this liminal space, about this change of pace that is coming forward. The more you share that with others, the more inspiration we bring into the world, the more we connect and realize, even though individually we are also very different, as human beings, we are very much alike. And that is alchemy, that collaboration, that sharing, that recognizing ourselves and others. There is alchemy in that, and it will bring a change that is blessed, that is aligned, that is divine, if you let it.